Hey guys, this is Heather from healthyeatingstartshere.com. So I have been staying at a friend's place and they have a BlendTech blender, which is an amazing blender for getting things super smooth. And so I've been playing with it this week and it got me inspired to talk to you guys about smoothies. I love getting smoothies in stores, but they can be expensive and sometimes you have to watch because they don't actually use fruit for everything. They might use a syrup that's going to be some concentrated sugars. So look for that if you're getting one in a store, and then you can also try making your own because it's so much fun. You can just get a whole bunch of stuff out and put together your favorite kind of smoothies. So my favorites always involve fruit, and most of the time I'm going to be using banana because I like the creaminess that it adds to my smoothie. You can also use avocado, but then the banana also adds sweetness, so it's dual purpose. And if you want to make your smoothie super thick and creamy, you can freeze your banana, peel it before you freeze it, and then it makes it much easier to work with. And then berries, I love adding berries to smoothies because they have so much flavor and they have a ton of antioxidants and vitamins. So you can use fresh berries or you can use frozen berries depending on what you have access to. Raspberries are one of my favorite because they have a really strong tart, poppy kind of flavor that makes your smoothie super delicious. I also really like using melons, honeydew or cantaloupe. Watermelon's a little bit watery, but yeah, cantaloupe or honeydew, really nice texture. Peaches as well, and nectarines. They make a really nice texture in a smoothie. And sometimes I do use apples, but they need to be blended up really smooth, so I haven't tried it in the BlendTech. That might be a good thing to try this week, because in my regular blender, they would always be a little bit chunky. It takes a lot of power to break up an apple. Grapes are a good one. Grapes are also green, which leads me into the greenness of smoothies. A lot of the time, I will put greens in my smoothie, and the easiest one to start with is sprouts because they have a very mild flavor. So these are alfalfa, and clover is another good one to try. And then if you want to move up, you could try some lettuce in your smoothie or spinach. And another one of my favorites is kale. Again, in the BlendTech, so much better. It gets really broken down and super smooth, whereas in my regular blender, it was always a little bit chunky, which I was okay with, but anyway, just so you know. And fresh herbs. I love to put fresh herbs in as well, so these are a little bit old in the fridge, but there's some parsley and some basil. Nice if they're more fresh. I should have put them in some water, but I did not, so poor little guys. Maybe I'll do that next when I turn off the camera. Okay, also, where is it? I've been putting chia seeds in this week. I have some chia, or I would do flax, and they can get ground up in there. Add some omega-3. Another option would be some hemp seeds, which are very soft, so they're easier to put into a smoothie, especially if you don't have a high-powered one. And sometimes I'll put protein in if I've just gone for a run or done a workout or something, which I did just now, so I'm probably going to put a little scoop of that in there. This one has a berry flavor, so I'm going to mix it with some berries. But if it was a vanilla flavor or a chocolate flavor or a plain flavor, then I could put it with whatever. Speaking of which, another good addition to a smoothie, cocoa powder or carob powder, if you want to do that. I see lots of people mixing cocoa powder and peanut butter in their smoothies, and possibly even some rolled oats. Or if you have some grains that you cooked for breakfast or porridge or something, you can use that. So this is some cooked buckwheat. Could be left over from dinner, and you can just throw it in there and make your smoothie more filling. Because that's the issue that some people have with smoothies, is that if they try to have it as a meal, it doesn't last too long. So you can either do it as a snack, do a light smoothie as a snack, or add something like a protein powder or a cooked grain or a nut butter to make it more filling and more lasting. If you want to add some sweetness, you don't need to use sugar. You could use maple syrup if you like, but you could also use dates. Dates blend up really well. Medjool or some kind of soft date. The baking dates will be a little bit tough to break up unless you do have the high-powered blender. What else do I have sitting out here? Oh, sometimes you can add superfood powders. For instance, my friends have some maca powder. So I'm going to use a little scoop of this today. Maca is a root that is dried and ground up and is said to help balance hormone levels for women. So it's a neat one to put in, and you can try all kinds of different stuff. I saw some goji berry powder at the store the other day, which I thought would be really, really neat. That has a ton of vitamin A and C, so it helps boost your immunity and just give you all-around healthiness. Spices. You can add spices to your smoothie. Cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, cardamom, things like that. I see a lot of like apple pie smoothies, and usually what they'll add there is some cinnamon, maybe some vanilla, and then it tastes like pie, and then it's fun, right? So lots of options. Let's see if there was anything else I wrote down that might be fun. Oh, vegetables. You can have vegetables. Like cucumber would be a good one because it's a mild flavor and adds some liquid. Broccoli, if you can get the taste mixed in properly. Or carrots. My friend was putting carrots in her smoothie for a long time. So you can experiment with what kinds of ingredients you like to put in there. Oh, one tip from Jenny on Facebook. She's been following me and suggested frozen pineapple. She says she works at Whole Foods and they do that there all the time to make it fresh and cool and tasty. So that was a good idea, I thought. I've done pineapple in smoothies, but I've never done frozen pineapple. So I'll have to try that sometime. Frozen fruits in general really add a lot. If you have never tried freezing grapes, try it. It's really good. They make for really good popsicles in the summer too. Okay, I think that's enough smoothie info for one day. I will post with this. If you just look under the video, you'll see I'll post to some smoothie ideas for you. I've got some friends who make amazing smoothies, so I'm gonna put together all of their most awesome smoothies for you, and you can check those out and give them a try. So I am going to now make myself a smoothie, and I will film it for you and post it later this week. So if you subscribe to my channel, you will get the update as soon as I post that. All right, see you guys later.